Okay, now the first thing that you're going to need to know is that every female entrepreneur I talk to has one of these, a genius zone, right? Write this down, you've got one. Now, it's a genius zone that she wants to share with the world. And as I said, you might be in just startup stage or a newbie female entrepreneur, or you might have been working on already doing this, sharing your genius zone for years, sometimes even decades. Now, as unique humans, we all have really unique genius zones. And here's some examples right now. So yours could be anything from nutrition to property to photography to beauty to business. It doesn't matter what it is, but our first challenge is discovering your genius zone. Now, once that's done, you're ready to build an online business, right? Wrong. No. Just because you're skilled at your genius zone or you're passionate about something or you're gifted in it doesn't mean you can go straight from passion to thought leader. There's an evolution you have to go through that I'm going to show you now, right? I've personally done it, and I wanted to show you the 3 stages as to how you actually deliver your genius zone as a female entrepreneur. So right now you're going to recognize which stage you're currently in and the next steps you need to take to get to the next stage of evolution. So are you ready to learn? Are you ready to learn about stage 1? Should we get straight into it? Yes? Awesome. So let's get to work on the whiteboard now. So for stage 1, I call this stage face to face, one-to-one. Okay, face-to-face, one-to-one. This is stage 1 in the evolution of a coach or a consultant. Now, this is where you're delivering your genius zone in a face-to-face environment, in a one-on-one environment. So my example of this is when I ran my digital marketing agency. That was face-to-face, one-to-one. So I was serving people in the local area around Sydney, and I was doing like building campaigns for them, catching up on a monthly basis, and I was able to charge a pretty premium price to do that. That's where I started. That's where I cut my teeth as a marketing specialist. So when you're in this stage, face-to-face, one-to-one, it allows you to connect with your market. I love this stage because you get to get personal. And if you're passionate about what to do, you'll love it for that reason. You also get to learn your market's language because you listen to them and what they're saying and get to understand them. You get to practice your craft because you're there, you're on the front line, you get to practice your skill set in your genius zone. And it's an awesome opportunity to gather lots of testimonials, gather case studies, right? Because you're getting great results for people. Now, because it's both face-to-face and one-to-one, you get to charge a premium price. But there is a financial cap there because you are exchanging time for money. So there's only so many hours in the day that you can charge for. Now, I want you to remember too, when you're in this stage, a lot of people think that because it's face-to-face, it's not automated. Not true. Just because you've got a face-to-face business doesn't mean that the rest of the business can't be automated. Sure, that manual delivery might be a little bit manual, but everything that sits either side of that is automated. Now, the next step, after you've gone and nailed face-to-face, one-to-one, I call this next stage online, one-to-one. Now, online one-to-one is when it's time to actually start scaling the business when it comes to converting your time for money. So the good thing about this stage is that because we've moved online, we get to cut out the face-to-face element, right? We've cut out the face-to-face hours. So an example of this is when I was in Sydney, and I wanted to move to my favourite part of the country in the wine region in the Adelaide Hills. And so I was meeting all of my clients face to face and just working with Sydney clients, and I decided that I was now going to move online because I'd kind of nailed that stage. Because I did that and moved online, I started doing my consulting online, running all of my sessions online, and using the online kind of forum to deliver my programs. Well, then I got to move over to Adelaide and then broaden beyond my market. So the good news about this is that you are no longer limited to the geographical region. You are limited in face-to-face, one-to-one. You can only serve people geographically that you can catch up with. No longer the case when you move to online, one-to-one. So the other thing about this online one-to-one stage is that you need to start determining how you're going to teach the genius zone when you're not in the room. I got so used to having that face-to-face element that I had to start getting creative about how I was going to turn this into that online space. The good news, you're taking a little baby step away from the front line, right? You're pulling yourself back from that front line because it's no longer face-to-face, but it is still one-on-one. So you do get to charge a pretty premium price at this level in this stage of business. There is, however, though, because you're still one-to-one, the downside, there is a cap on your earning potential, which is totally fine. We can grow and scale beyond that in the next stage. So in this stage here too, you're going to want to get really familiar with starting to automate all of those sort of online systems. I started using booking calendars and all of that kind of thing. Now, once you've nailed online one-to-one, then it's time for for the final stage. You get to scale big and you get to move beyond just your schedule. You get to start thinking in terms of impacting thousands of people. So I call this final stage over here, online one-to-many. So if only changing one thing each time, right? This time we're still online, but we're going one-to-many instead of one-to-one. So at this point, it's awesome because you've completely removed the physical you from the front line. So because there's no more one-to-one, there's no cap on your earning potential. And you're now confident in being able to get incredible results for people because you've gone through this process. You've tested programs, you've got incredible results, and now you're able to transition and teach that as a one-to-many kind of model. Now, the price points obviously aren't always as high as you can charge because it's not one-on-one, but the risk is diversified. Rather than having 10 clients paying, $5,000, you've got 1,000 clients paying $50. The good news about this stage, this is the one that I'm in right now, is you get to make money 24/7, right? Whether you're in the office or not. So at that point there, your whole focus should be on growing your team and preparing for that business succession and what's going to happen next, what's in store for you. So there you have it. They're the 3 stages. We start off delivering our Genius Zone face-to-face one-to-one, then we turn it into online one-to-one, and then online one-to-many. So where are you in this stage? You can't skip a step. If you skip a step, you'll find it very expensive and time-consuming to nail the next one. So you've got to choose one of these 3 steps and where you're at right now.